family with your goals physical therapy. You know, we go out to the park with my kids quite often. And so you see the same people over and over again when you run in the same circles, right? And this mom that I had seen but not quite talked to, we started chatting. And just in the course, she found out that I was a physical therapist. Man, she jumped up so fast. She was like, "Do I walk like a duck?" I'm like, "I don't know what you mean." So she gets up and she like walks for me, right here in the middle of the park. So, and I could tell that she walked with her feet kind of turned out a little bit, and that she was shifting side to side, but I didn't know what she meant by "do I walk like a duck?" So I was asking her more questions. And then why she was curious if she walked like a duck. Turns out her oldest son made some like random offhand comment, like kids do, that said that she was waddling like a duck. And it had stuck with her because that was several weeks ago. And so she was like, just sort of churning, like how, like she's like super self-conscious now that she's like waddling like a duck. And so I was like, well, I think I know what he's talking about, but I mean, that could just be how you walk. So let me ask you a couple extra questions. And I was like, so do your knees bother you, or maybe your feet? And she's like, well, I mean, yeah. I know. She's like, at the end of the day, you know, my feet will be a little bit achy, and I don't like to sit for longer than 30 minutes because my feet, you know, get sore and stiff. But she's like, but that's been like that for years. And then my knee, you know, when the weather changes, sometimes it's a little bit weird, and that's been a little bit worse recently, but not like horrible, right? I'm still able to do everything I want to do, and it's not stopping me. And I said, well, you might be walking like this more, and maybe that's why your son noticed. And you may be walking like that to avoid the pain that you're feeling. And she's like, huh, I never really thought about that. And so, of course, we went on our way, right? She goes back home and we, you know, move on. Well, she ends up calling me and she's like, well, I kind of want to look a little bit more into this because it's, you know, I'm noticing it more now that you pointed it out. And maybe I need to have somebody actually look at this and tell me what's going on. And so she comes in, and I'm able to show her where, you know, some muscles are tight, some muscles are weak, and what we can do to fix that, and like what the benefit was, because of course, who really cares if you walk like a duck, right? I mean, like, at the end of the day, right? That's just how you walk, right? But if your feet and your knees hurt all the time, and I was able to show, you know, we were able to see where that was coming from, it causes uneven wearing on your knees when you have pain like that all the time, and on your knees, and actually on your feet too. So that's what causes arthritis, is that uneven wear and tear on our body. And so, unbeknownst to her son, who was just saying an offhanded comment like, "Mommy, you're walking like a duck," he actually helped point out that she's doing things that are causing her knees to wear out. And so it was, and then for her, she's like, I just thought this pain was normal because I'm, you know, of a certain age, and that's just life, right? You just have pain and things don't move as well as they used to. And so we're about 3 or 4 weeks into, you know, therapy, and she's like amazed. She's like, my knees don't hurt all the time. My feet don't hurt at the end of the day. This is great. I'm so excited. I have a lot more energy, and now I can chase that 12-year-old who gave me a sassy little comment. So anyway, that is our uplifting story for this week. Sometimes offhanded comments by our kids can, you know, be a benefit. Still not great to hear. But anyway, you guys have a great week.